Good morning, children. Welcome to today's social class. Today, I'm going to start a new lesson that is also from your geography. Geography, sixth chapter, major landforms of the earth. Major landforms of the earth. Okay, so today we can start a new lesson. So listen carefully. And chapter name, major landforms of the earth. Okay, so we can see if you look at the around the nature, different types of landforms. Okay, how it forms, what are the various landforms, all these things we can study from this chapter. Okay, so let us start our class. Major landforms of the earth. You must have seen some of the landforms features as shown in the figure 6.1 below. You will notice that the surface of the earth is not the same everywhere. The earth has an infinite variety of landforms. Some parts of the lithosphere may be rugged and some flat. These landforms are a result of two processes. You will be amazed to know that the ground you are standing on is slowly moving. Within the earth, a continuous movement is taking place. The first, or the internal process, leads to the upliftment and sinking of the earth's surface at several places. The second, or the external process, is the continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface. The wearing away of the earth's surface is called erosion. The surface is being lowered by the process of erosion and rebuilt by the process of deposition. These two processes are carried out by running water, ice, and wind. Broadly, we can group different landforms depending on elevation and slope as mountains, plateaus, and plains. Children, because of the internal and external process within the earth, various landforms formed. Okay, the internal process leads to the upliftment and sinking of the earth surface in several places. Okay, children, inside the earth there are always the movement is happening, always movement is happening. This earth crust is made up of different plates. Okay, and this plate is standing above the magma, so always these plates were moving. Okay, always it is moving. So like that the movement is happening. Because of that process, some kinds of landforms forming in the earth crust. Okay, so you know that the earth, interior of the earth is divided into three: the crust, mantle, core. Crust, mantle, core. The first layer is known as crust, second layer is known as core, and mantle, and third layer is known as core. Okay, so the crust is made up of different plates. Okay, these plates is standing above the magma, so this magma always moving, so that these plates also moving, like that different landforms also forming. And the external process, external process means the external process is continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface. Okay, wearing down and rebuilding. How it is wearing down? The wearing away of the earth surface is called erosion. Okay, the wearing away of the earth surface is called erosion. How erosion is happening? Because of the because of wind, water, and ice sheets, and all this movement is happening. Because of that process, the wearing away, the erosion is happening. Okay, erosion is happening. So these eroded material depositing in other places. Okay, because of the wind and water and various works, this erosion is happening. These eroded material depositing some areas, other some areas, and in that area new lands formed. Okay, new lands form, like that also these lands forming. These two processes are carried out by running water, ice, and wind. Okay, broadly we can group different landforms depending on elevation and slope: mountains, plateaus, and plains. Mountains. A mountain is any natural elevation of the earth's surface. The mountains may have small summit and a broad base. It is considerably higher than the surroundings area. Some mountains
are even higher than the clouds. As you go higher, the climate becomes colder. In some mountains, there are permanently frozen rivers of ice. They are called glaciers. There are some mountains you cannot see as they are under the sea. Because of harsh climate, less people live in the mountain areas. Since the slopes are steep, less land is available for farming. Mountains may be arranged in a line known as range. Mountains may be arranged in a line known as range. Many mountain systems consist of series of parallel ranges extending over hundreds of kilometers. The Himalayas, the Alps, and the Andes are mountain range of Asia, Europe, and South America respectively. Mountains vary in their heights and shapes. There are three types of mountains: fault mountains, block mountains, and the volcanic mountains. The Himalayan mountains and the Alps are young fault mountains with rugged relief and high conical peaks. The Arivali range in India is one of the oldest fault mountain system in the world. The range has considerably worn down due to the process of erosion. The Appalachians in the Northern America and the Ural Mountains in Russia have rounded features and low elevation. They are very old fault mountains. Block mountains are created when large areas are broken and displaced vertically. The uplifted blocks are termed as Horsts and the lowered blocks are called Graben. The Rhine Valley and the Voyage Mountains in Europe are examples of such mountain systems. Locate them on the world map in the atlas and find out some more examples of this type of landforms. Volcanic mountains are formed due to volcanic activity. Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa and Mount Fujiana in Japan are examples of such mountains. Mountains are very useful. The mountains are a storehouse of water. Many rivers have their sources in the glaciers in the mountains. Reservoirs are made and the water is harnessed for the use of people. Water from the mountains is also used for irrigation and generation of hydroelectricity. The rivers, the river valleys, and the terraces are ideal for cultivation of crops. Mountains have a rich variety of flora and fauna. The forests provide fuel, fodder, shelter, and other products like gum, raisins, etc. Mountains provide an idyllic site for tourists. They visit the mountains for their scenic beauty. Several sports like paragliding and hang-gliding, river rafting, and skiing are popular in the mountains. Okay, children, let us wind up today's class. Now you have to read the chapter many times and underline important points, then do given works. Okay, thank you. Thank you to listening my class.